Hi all, thanks a lot for joining in. We'll get started right away. So before we get started, I just want to brief you on today's agenda. So uh, I'll be taking you through the evolution of referral hiring. Why is it better? And what are some of our survey results say? What is the perspective which the recruiters have, and what is the reality on referral hiring? Or what are the statistics, some case studies with a few of our clients, and some of the troubles you might experience when you aggressively do referral hiring, and some of the technologies which can actually help you to accelerate referral hiring, and some tips on candidate experience and correlation between candidate experience and employer branding. So before we get started on the evolution of referral hiring, I just want to pose a few questions to our attendees and understand where you stand on referral hiring, so that I understand my audience better. So let me just launch a few questions, just 3 questions, 20 seconds each. It will be awesome if you could all record your responses on the questions which are going to be displayed on your screen now. So thank you for participating in the polls, and I'll be going through the results in a while once we are done with the webinar. So yeah, referral hiring evolution. How had it been in the past, and how has it changed over the time, right? So in the past, referral hiring was more through recommendation. It was if you have an employee and if he remembers someone, it was driven by memory. If he remembers someone who is good at the job or is working somewhere else, he gives you his contacts, and then you get in touch with the employee, the prospective employee who is working somewhere else. And in spite of all the engagement which you used to do before, the volumes are really low coming in from referral hiring. And right now, currently, we have social media, which is driving referral hiring in a big way. You have gamification, so a lot of our clients have uh, various modes of gamifications in place to improve referral hiring. They do video interviews, they do a lot of assessments which are all available remotely, so that the candidates who are being referred do not have to come out of the place they're working, or do not have to be an active job seeker to be engaged by you. And you also have internal referrals. By internal referrals, what I mean is when someone who's at the scale of some of the largest clients we work with, and you're working in on two different projects, or two different teams, or two different areas of the entire organization, you have internal referrals from one to the other. So that is another way in which referral hiring has evolved over the years, right? And why is referral hiring better? Referral hirings are always cheaper and faster. So you do not have to necessarily invest the kind of resources you are putting into the other forms of hiring for referral hiring. It's much faster when you have someone who is referring someone. It's usually because the other person has a need, you have a need, and both of those matches, and the other guy, your current employee, thinks that the referred candidate might be a really good fit into your organization. Nobody refers a really bad candidate to his own organization or to his own team. It always yields better results, and the turnover rates are really lesser than the other sort of hirings. And use of social media for referral hiring has been one of the most effective channels. I couldn't stress that enough. Use of social media for referral hiring is something which almost all of our clients are currently doing and is yielding a really good result. And so this is a small survey which is based on the data which you see in front of your screen currently is based on the survey which we did in all the geographical locations. We currently are working primarily in Singapore, India, and the United States. So as you can see, what have recruiters considered as solutions to a lot of their hiring problems, right? So 80% of the recruiters say they kickstarted social media for recruiting, started leveraging social media on a large scale, and they are trying to find results there. And 57% of the recruiters have kickstarted referral hiring and are trying to find the best candidates using referral hiring. And then you have a few of the recruiters, 46%, not really lesser than referral hiring, but they have implemented psychometric assessments, which are kind of getting outdated if you ask me, but that is the way a lot of our recruiters are going nowadays. So those are the stats. And in a recruiter's perspective, 65% of the recruiters currently employ referral hiring programs to get quality talent that they need. And if you ask a recruiter which interview sources are most likely to lead to a job offer, most of the recruiters are going to say referral hiring. But the problem is that a lot of them do not know how to drive effective referral hiring. And then we have a lot of recruiters who are relying on the staffing agencies to get quality candidates, which is applicable in a few geographical locations, but we have seen that in countries like India, staffing agencies are not a good source for quality candidates. So if you look at onboarding and joining candidates, you have 29 days only for a candidate to join when he is being referred to through employee referrals. You have candidates joining in from job boards in around 39 days, and you have candidates joining in 55 days from career sites. So you understand that when an employee refers, again through referral hiring, you get candidates in a really less time, and 65% of the organizations understand that, and they are offering cash incentives. They are offering paid holidays, etc., to their employees who refer really quality candidates, depending on the role, of course. So our clients are currently trying to drive referral hirings as much as possible, which has resulted in this webinar now. And the retention rates, again, referral hirings, 46% of the candidates stick around for more than a year, 33% of the candidates from career sites, and 22% from job boards. Again, you understand the importance of retention rates. You put a lot of efforts trying to get the candidates in. You put in a lot of effort trying to make them stay, but basically the guy who knows the candidate from quite some time refers him to you, which means that he's bound to stick around for more than a year. And again, cost of hire, which I can't stress enough, it is one of the most important criteria. So in traditional recruiting, we have our clients spending from $4,285 US to $18,000 US on traditional recruiting. But in a referral program, all you spend is ranging from $1,000 to $5,000. So this is including the incentives which are offered to your current employees on when they're getting when they refer a candidate and they get hired. Now, this slide talks about one of the most success referral hiring programs which we have seen in the industry so far. They're really at the top of the game. They really understand the value of referral hiring. It's Cognizant Technology Solutions. And their program is currently called Bring Another You. It contributes to over 40% of the total pool of employees, which is a really substantial amount when you compare it to any other organization we have seen so far. And they drive it in a big way. They offer cash prizes, paid vacations, cars. They offer a lot of incentives uh, for niche and hard to find skills when you refer a candidate to niche and hard to find skills. And this has been increasing over the past few years. And in the past 3 years, it has increased from over 10% to 15%. So Cognizant is really a pioneer in referral hiring, if you ask us. And Whirlpool, this is one of our other clients who is offering over $3,000 for every successful new hire. And this, of course, depends on the kind of the role the organization is looking for, but this is on an average they offer over $3,000 for every successful new hire, and still they are able to keep the entire cost to hire much lower than industry standards through traditional methods. And they drive it in two different ways. So the first method is where if you're an employee at Whirlpool, you could refer any friend of yours, who will be a good fit at Whirlpool. So regardless of the position or anything, you can just offer one person, and Whirlpool's recruitment team takes care of his position and where he should be recruited, etc. And the other way is the normal way, where when you have an opening, a job specific referral can be made by an employee. Now, so these are some of the challenges which our clients had faced or are still facing in improving the effectiveness of referral hiring. So one of the problems that referrals are usually passive candidates. That's because they are really the best candidates out there. Your employee knows he's really good at the job, and that is one of the reasons he is referring the candidate to you. But they are passive candidates. They are not active job seekers, most probably, unless he's out in the market and you are looking for the same role at the same time, which is not in all of the cases. So in that, and each candidate is precious because you do not get a lot of referrals, to be honest. You get in referral hiring, your pool is not really large, but the good part is that the pool consists of all really good candidates. So each candidate is precious for you. You cannot afford to miss out on any candidates. And so then it comes to candidate experience, the kind of experience you give to the candidate to attend your interviews, to go through a lot of your processes, etc. You cannot have like a 1 month or 2 month long process for the candidate to go through, especially when he's a really good candidate and he's passive. He will not take the effort to go jump through the hoops, right? So to solve all those problems, Talview had been trying in the past 4 years of existence, and what we have seen is that the mobile hiring tools which we currently offer are a good fit for referral hiring. You have the automated video interviews where you can judge or you can evaluate the candidate's behavioral fitments or even the technical capabilities if you ask technical questions, and the candidates get to go through your questions at the time of their choosing, whenever they want, wherever they want before the deadline, and you get to see the candidate at the end of the deadline. All the candidates are lined up for you within the solution. Then we also offer proctored assessment. So in case you want to administer a technical assessment, you want to make sure that it's the same candidate who attended, you need not ask him to come over to your office to attend a test, be it psychometric or technical or any sort, right? You can administer it remotely, and which provides a lot of value for the candidate because he does not have to come over to your office. He can be on the field, on the other job. He can take it up, and the chances of him taking it up from a remote location is a lot more than him coming over to your office, especially if he is good at his job and he is really happy with this the job which he currently has. And more often than not, we have seen that the employees always keep their best candidates happy, best employees happy. So if you want to grab that really good candidate who's working for someone else, you need to administer your tests at his convenience. And live interviews, again, these are the remote live interviews we have on Talview. We offer panel calendar management, candidate availability mapping, scheduling, etc. And the entire platform is built into recruiting workflow, so it's nothing like a Skype interview or an impromptu WebEx session that you have with candidates. Usually is built into the workflow, so in case he's at the bottom of the funnel, right above a face-to-face interview, you can just in a few clicks schedule the interview, taking both the parties' availability and schedule at the right time, so that you do not miss out on any interview or the candidate. You do not schedule an interview at the wrong time for the candidate. So the differences video interviews have brought into referral hiring in almost all of our clients is that right from the beginning to the end, when you reach out to candidates, usually it's through in traditional methods, it's through referral drives. You call the candidates to regional offices for assessments. You want them to walk in, you want them to come into your office. But when you are using a platform like Talview, or you're using any platform for that matter, something which is remotely accessible for the candidate, you just email a list of global candidates. They take it up from anywhere, anytime, and then you can enable a virtual interaction, review the recorded videos, select the candidates based on or reviewing all the candidates. You do not end up selecting the first candidate who walks in just because you want to close the position fast, or you do not end up selecting a candidate who's not up to the mark just because you want to close the position fast. So you look at the entire panel, entire candidate pool before you actually select a candidate, which again results in you selecting the best candidate and not ending up in misfits. So again, you know for a fact that a wrong hire is far worse than a no hire. When you have a wrong hire, the cost which is incurred to you, your time, your company, etc., it's really large compared to a no hire. So you always end up looking at the entire candidate pool when you use a system. So this is another case of successful use of technology in HR, in human resources, and we had awarded it recently to one of our clients, Vocart. They are in the pharmaceutical sector, and their use case was to hire the sales folks across various regions in India. So India is a vast country, and the kind of culture that exists in each part of the country varies quite a lot. So, and now they're using video interviews to train field sales staff across the country, and they're also leveraging it excessively for referral hiring. So, and you know for a fact that getting sales folks into a room for training is a really big challenge. If you have ever tried training for arranging training sessions for sales folks who are on the field, it is a nightmare. So they're now using again video interviews to give candidates training at a time that they can take it up remotely. So this is one of the best use of technology in HR in a traditional sector. So again, going back to benefits of video interviews, it serves as an efficient plug-and-play solution for high-volume recruitment without saying. So what we have seen is a 66% reduction of man-hours by interviewers during initial screening. So you basically bypass all the first initial rounds of interviews which you have with your candidates just to say no to them. So it results in 66% of reduction of man-hours. You reduce interview scheduling efforts by 75% because of all the automation that is present, pulling out all the candidates' availability, the panel's availability, all from their calendars, and then scheduling it. Then you reduce 25% per candidate overall interview time. And more than 90% of the candidates, line managers, recruiters, all of them have given us positive feedback, and you have a 2x increasing conversion ratio through robust screening. So these are kind of returns that we have seen over the years in the industry, and since we have seen a really large spike in referral hiring in the past few months or almost a year, we thought we'll bring it up in front of you. So the kind of candidate experience you provide to candidates and the impact that it has on employer branding. You can see that on the slide from the testimonials given by a few candidates. One of the candidates was for GlaxoSmithKline, and what he had to say was, "This was my first experience of a video interview. I must say it was a convenient and smooth process. I'm happy with the quality of service and a convenience-oriented approach of GlaxoSmithKline for the aspiring employees." So if the candidates feel that they are valued, you value their time, you value their convenience when you give the candidates a chance to, attend interviews at their time, their space, etc. And this again has a positive impact on your employer branding, and again results in more referrals. And another candidate, again from Cognizant, said that I found that the process was very good. In this fast-paced world, this is one of the ways where the client is doing good time management for his current as well as prospective employees. Again, this candidate felt valued because he's a prospective employee, and he saw that the organization values even the prospective employee's time. And we always conduct surveys at the end of each candidate's interviews, and till date we have received over 300,000 candidates attending all of our surveys, and what you can see in the pie chart are the feedbacks we have received. So as you can see, 40% of the candidates are really happy, 17% is extremely happy, 32% is just happy. So what you can see from the pie chart is that only 3% of the candidates said they were unhappy with the experience. And this is a survey done on worldwide candidates, not limited to a geographical location or some. It is sector agnostic. So candidates all around the world feel that, when you administer tests remotely, give them tests at their convenience, they feel that they are being valued. They feel that the organization cares for their employees, and who wouldn't refer a candidate for an organization which cares for its employees, right? So with that, we have come to an end of our session. Now going into our poll results. So to the question, does your organization have a referral hiring process in place? 91% of our attendees today said that yes, we have a referral hiring process in place, and 9% said no. So I would urge you guys to get a process in place, demand for the process, because it is one of the most effective ways with referral hiring. You can substantially decrease your efforts, time, and money going into your hiring processes. And how's the outcome for so far? 10% of so to bring it into perspective, we have 20% of our attendees saying they have had a positive outcome, 50% saying it's been average, nothing great, and 30% saying not good. So as Cognizant did with their referral hiring practices, you could accelerate your referral hiring by having a dedicated referral hiring portal, having links which, social media links or Twitter handles which your employees could share. You could have even public video interview invites which only your employees have access to. They could give it out so that the best candidates out there can take it up without even an invite, right? And what are your current referral hiring challenges? 63% of our attendees today says they do not have enough referrals. So that's the first part, right? You need to get good enough referrals. So again, on the points which I cannot stress enough, you need to have a well-structured referral program, which is again backed by incentives with for your current employees, so that they feel that they need to. Again, which brings to 63% of our attendees who do not have a streamlined process, and 25% of our attendees say they have received poor quality referrals, which is bad, but oh, it is always better than not getting enough referrals. Now, so that's about the polls. In case you have any questions, you could chat in the chat box, which is at the right hand side of your screen. And I'll keep the floor open for questions. We'll give it a few minutes before we close the session. And you're always free to reach out to me on sanjo@talview.com or to our solutions expert, Mark Samuel. He's available at mark@talview.com. And thanks a lot for turning up. Thanks a lot for spending a valuable time with me today on the webinar. In case you have any questions, we'll be here for another 5 minutes, and we'll wind up the session right after that. Thank you. Thanks a lot. You have a great day ahead. So I have a question here, and the question is, can I automate referral hiring processes because we are a large organization and we always have high volume referrals? So yes, we can. You can definitely automate referral hiring processes, and so to automate referral hiring processes, again, coming back to Talview, we are completely API based, and we could always plug into your current referral hiring portal that you might have, and then get in all the candidates from there to do any sort of screening process that you want to put in place. So we could have, just like I mentioned earlier, you could have a remotely deliverable automated video interview followed by a technical test or a technical test, which can be set with cutoffs. And then you have the automated video interview. So at the end of the funnel, in the completed automated interview section, you have only the best candidates waiting for you at the end of the funnel. So, and we could automatically direct that to your respective hiring managers. So we could build an entire workflow around your referral portal and make it completely automated. Thank you for the question. I think we can wind up the session with that question. Thank you. Thanks a lot for coming in again. Any questions that you might have, you could reach out to us anytime on sanjay@talview.com or mark@talview.com, or you're free to visit our website, talview.com. So thank you. Thanks a lot for coming in again. You have a great day ahead. Thank you.